the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when its confines. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is the city I met all my best friends. And I wanna thank every brick, I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoned, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. Where people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion, and it's mine.
How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. Me and my hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I dance around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
What it do? Okay, Keela, you win because that just does not, that hat doesn't fit. And you have a large ass head, this tends to be a problem. Anyway, good morning, gang. Sorry, it's been a rushing kind of morning. Had my niece this morning getting ready for a swim meet, so, got to do the mental preparation and adjust her head, get her in the game. It's hard to, get 11-year-old to focus. So, anyway, man, yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about VEDA. It's over. Brian, dude, seriously, bro, look, isn't it just nice? Thank you, Brian. Brian is here. My Brian is my beard coach. He putting me on. All right, sorry. Final Cut still open. And Lee, I am with you. I am happily glad that VEDA is a wrap. I got to tell you guys a funny story, and then we'll get started. So first of all, if you're new around here, I'm Doc Rock, your content creation coach. If you're into content creating videos for your business, live streaming, all of the above, I'm your dude. I'm also community manager at Ecamm, so if you need help with Ecamm, also hit me up. We got you. All right, so my crew down there, everybody you see in the comments, we just got finished wrapping up VEDA, Well, most of us did. Some people cheated, but most people got through it. And just a quick reminder before we dive into this stuff real quick, that's what we're going to talk about today and then touch on some other things. If you're new, like, make sure you write down in the comments that you're new around here so the family can take care of you. They can say hello, goodbye, honi honi, aloha, welcome to the ohana, all of the above. And then if you are watching this on the replay, let us know, because you can ask questions there too. If for some reason something happens and we do not have the opportunity to get around to your question, or you just caught this late, ask it down there. Just put question in the beginning and then I can find it faster and I will answer you anyway, because, try to be a nice guy. So let's just handle that. Now let me say greetings and salutations to my people, and then we'll get started. Mr. Sammy Super Chat is in the building. Rob is here from the Disney blog with his Honolulu weather report. And bruh, it went from cool. I just walked from the house to the studio, and it's like a half a block, and it is humid AF. My hands are still like tripping from the humidity. And yes, Keely, I did not bring the sky piece today, so yes, I have hands. Man, where the heck is my Big Rich sanitizer? See, it's my Big Rich sanitizer right here. Maybe it'll make my hands cool and take away that weird humidity feeling that you get in your hands. It's weird. I don't get nervous about many things, but one thing that sucks, as soon as it gets humid, I can tend to get diaphoretic hands, and I hate it. It is literally one of the craziest sensations ever. I can't stand it, and I don't know, you guys might have seen me on stream sometimes, like wiping my hands on my shirt, because I just can't stand that feeling. It is obnoxious. Okay, Laura is here. How you doing, Laura? Good to see you. Wait, are you in Hawaii, Laura? Let me know. That'd be cool. Good to have some people from here. Leah's in the building, so is Michelle. Oh, she's in Indianapolis. Okay. She's with the Crime Junkie Squad. All right, and Brian's here. Like Lee said, Veda's a rap. That is super dope. And there you go. There you go. What's up, my brother? You got JFK Productions in the building. Always want to throw us down with a fat height. Where you going? Where you going? All right, so let me just get it started. While we get started, we would say, everybody smart yourself up. Let's get ready. All right, Mr. Riley World is in the building. Mr. Riley, did you ever hook up with Brian and get any of the Mr. Brian's face on the can beer paste? Oh my God, it is so dope. Like, it's so soft. It's kind of crazy. Michelle, that's not funny. Okay, Tech for Your Needs. Okay, that looks like a new people here. How you doing, Tech for Your Needs? Welcome to the party. JD is in the building. Yo, JD, fam, you got your whole list you wanted from Apple. My goodness, man, I don't know what I did. I have no idea how I did it, but I set the alarm for the PM instead of the AM. So I did not wake up, and by the time I got up, my iPad and the iMacs are shipping in the middle of June. And it said June 24th to like July 6th, something stupid. So yesterday, JD, when I went to go pick up my tags at the store of Apple, I did get those bad boys. Oi, don't fall. Well, there's two left. When I went to go pick up my tags, my people over there, some of them are I trained, so they're still there. Was like, they do plan on getting some stock, but they don't know what models they're getting. But I'm hoping that they get in.
Sorry,
one.
I didn't understand.
Ain't nobody talking to you. Google mad. Google Assistant is mad because we over here talking about Siri. Anyway, so they said, I'm hoping that they'll get 1 terabyte Wi-Fi's in stock. That seems like a standard size model that they would carry. So hopefully that is a thing. If not, I'll be eyeballing Target, Best Buy, everything. I did order. What did I order? I ordered a 2 terabyte Wi-Fi space gray, because at least that one, instead of being May 21st through the 24th like you, at least it came up saying something like June 2nd to June 9th. So I don't know, fam. This was crazy. And even the IMAX, bruh, I knew they would be crazy, but I didn't know they would be that crazy. And just like, okay, this, I didn't put this on the pads yet for the Roadcaster. So, Rob, that's 2 I got to do. Fax, noise, sound, and then a tape rewind. Stephanie has tape rewind on hers. Okay, so when the old, bubble IMAX were out, outside of the standard Bondi blue and white, the second 2 most popular colors were orange and purple. It's just randomly weird thing. Even all the way back, I don't know if you guys remember clamshell tangerine IMAX. Like clamshell tangerine IMAX was a thing, right? Even all the way back to those. I'm sorry, not IMAX. What were they called? iBooks. Even all the way back to then, the orange was like seriously one of the most popular ones. So it turns out that orange and purple, pink, blue, out of stock. Like you ain't getting one. If you didn't get in on the first beginning, you get nada. Nothing, Nathan, nil, 9. Now I'm going to show this to Rob, and Rob's going to be like, I got one of those. Or if Rob doesn't have one of these, Sammy has one of these. There is one somewhere in the back closet somewhere I have someplace. Let's see. That's not the right camera there, dude. Go like this, change this to that. Yes. All the way back when these guys were a thing, the most popular colors even back then was this orange and then the Bondi. And yeah, right now, orange IMAX are MIA. Like you ain't getting one until like end of July. And same with purple. So kind of crazy. All right, I'm glad to hear you hopping on the next challenge. TG is in the building. TBD is in the house. All right. What are the tools you mentioned yesterday to grab a small clip from YouTube videos? Well, Brian, I got you, fam. All right. So first of all, I use a set of tools which I think is completely necessary for the Mac. And there are some people who don't use them. I don't know. I guess people still have a problem with subscription-oriented things. Yeah. I don't want to get too far away from Brian's question, but you guys, trust me, that is not going away. Any way, shape, or form, it's going to become more of a thing. So if you are anti-subscription right now, just get your face out of it because it's going to keep coming. It's not going away anytime soon. I'm trying to get to my studio so I can paste this in because if I paste it in Ecamm, I will lose my spot. And I don't want to do that. Okay. So anyway, I use a suite of tools called SetApp. SetApp is hands down one of the dopest things ever invented by man. And what they do is they take a bunch of really dope Mac utilities that probably run in the area of, I don't know, from like $5 to like $50 a crack, right? Some of them are extremely expensive, some of them not so much. But if you keep buying a bunch of $5, $10 utilities, you'll spend $1,000 because these are like really specialized sort of one-off utilities that do really incredible things, right? So one of the tools that's in that kit, Mr. B, is called PullTube, and the other one is called Downy. And I use both of those like religiously to run this thing. Why is this thing not tagging you? What the hell? Come on, man. BEARD. Okay, it's not working. Brian, just watch the next thing that comes up in chat because even the @tagging is not working in YouTube right now. Okay. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you. All right, Brian, hopefully that works because for some reason the @tagging isn't work, but I use SetApp. SetApp is one way. Now you can buy the apps individually. Let me pop over here and show you what I'm speaking on real quick. Hiya, so this is SetApp. And basically, I think I paid like $9 a month, but of course I just buy it yearly. I pay like $60 and it comes with, I want to say right now, almost 200 different tools that you can use. What I like about Set App, because of the way it's set up, that was a Tom Buck move, is I need Gemini just to delete duplicates like once a month, and then I delete it, so it's not sitting on my machine. When I need it again, I can just reinstall it. So that's one of the things that's on here in the productivity space. They got a bunch of cool stuff here in the Mac hacks section, like Paste. I used to use Paste, but now I just stick to Alfred because Alfred was just better for me. Scenes is like a VNC thing. I use Permute on a regular to convert videos. You guys hear me speak constantly about trip mode. Trip mode is down here hiding. You can't see. I use trip mode almost every day to like stop my Mac from connecting to the internet when I want it to be internet free, and just only let 5 or 6 apps through the thing, right? I use AnyTrans to back up my iPhone like on a regular basis. I have Trickster installed at the top of my menu right now. What that does is allows me to get to the last couple of apps. But here's PullTube, Brian. PullTube is one of the ones that will let you download things from YouTube to get a clip. And the other one back up here somewhere is Downey. Downey is also another one of those guys that I use for doing that. But yeah, a lot of cool apps in here. I use Ulysses as my writing app. I use Mark to do markdown stuff. But I just like the fact that in Set App, I can use a tool when I'm done with it. If I know I'm not going to need it again, like I'm not going to let it just sit there and absorb all of the space on my computer. So I just delete it and then install it again because of the way Set App works. Same with TechSoap. I only need TechSoap 3-4 times a year. And it's like a $40 app. But I just do it in Set App because it's like having a subscription to the library or the gym where you can just get whatever you need and then get rid of it when you don't need it. So you can buy the apps individually. PullTube is available. I believe it's like $50. Downey is available. I believe it's like $30. They both do really well at pulling down the clips. The reason why I keep both is sometimes one will fail on a clip and the other one will work. So I think it's an incredible source. I did put the link to Set App in there. You can look up PullTube and Downey separately if you're not a subscription type person, but trust me, you should get into Set App because it is off the chain. Now, one thing I did want to do after I run through questions real quick, because I want to show you guys something that someone asked yesterday after the demo. The question came up about how can you pull a clip, right, and have that clip play with audio, but have it as an overlay. And I was like, well, now that we have WebM, and we just did, I found a video, again, like I mentioned, that Gerald Undone stuck the whole video up as a WebM. I'm going to drag it into Ecamm in a second, and A, hope we don't break anything, and B, see if it works as I think it should work, where the audio is still there, but it isn't technically an overlay, in which case you should be able to size it, in which case you should be able to put a frame on it. Oh my God. All right, let's check this out. Boom. Gigi says it is sunny and cold in Albany, New York. Tech for Nerds says, what's the one thing that I learned from VEDA that I could pass along? I got a whole bunch. And okay, so this is the story I was going to tell you. See, Tech for Nerds, I know you're new around here, but you actually did me a favor, because going back up to what Michelle said about my ADD, HD, DOC, RFQ, PUW, X, Y, and Z, I'm back. Guys, I did something crazy yesterday. So I recorded my VEDA is a rap video. Sorry, my chair thing's broken. And I uploaded it to YouTube, and like a dummy, I uploaded it to the wrong account. I actually uploaded it to the Ecamm account. I just figured that out right before we started the stream. So my yesterday's video is fixing to go up as soon as we get done here. But I did talk about it a little bit in there. One of my first takeaways is once you get in the flow, it's actually easier, right? Yeah, it's just hard to explain that, but once you get in the flow of just cranking out a bunch of videos, it's easier. I am still not very good at batching. I know that Keely, Diana, like India, a lot of my people's batch, but I have a hard time with batching. I think I'm just too ADD for that, but I'm going to get it figured out. So it's helpful if you can batch record, because it leaves your body open. But also, I don't know, if I had to say why I'm sort of anti-batching, I think it's the concept of start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. See, in the past, this start and stop mentality is what was jacking up my channel. But having a space to do it every day where I know that between this hour and this hour, I'm going to work on videos, it's already mapped out so I can just do it, right? Whereas if I were to record, say, like 5-6 videos one day and then not touch it for a week, when I come back, the first and second of that next 5 is going to be a little shitty. Oh. A little messy. Because it's a flow, man. Like, I am a flow state creature, bro. When I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone, you know? So, like, if I know that this is on, I can take a gang and just get it out. Like, I think I don't know. I think the start and stop mentality doesn't necessarily work for me, but I'm going to try it anyway because it would be more beneficial in the long run for other things that I wish to do. But yeah, I have a hard time wrapping my head around that. And now I'm getting like Miss D, like 50 comments behind. But the other thing that I learned about it primarily to finish out your question is that I forgot to put the comments on brand. And number 2 is that I personally think that it was way easier than Vlogmas because even though I didn't really imagine how much the frivolities of Christmas get in the way, it does. It makes a huge difference. Like, April didn't really have that. And although I am way busier now, it was still easier because it's easier to tell everybody in the family to shut up and leave me alone. Much harder to do that at Christmas. How does one handle a guest on a live stream when using Restream and Ecamm plus 6 guests? You put the guests in Restream because that's where you're going to get your 6. And then you just use Ecamm for overlays, but it's only going to affect your camera. You kind of don't get to do both. Like, unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. That one would have to be a Restream only move for now. But again, please submit a ticket and say, I need more guests. Can we take it up? And then they're thinking about it. They just wanted to see how it's all going to work and make sure that everybody can handle. Our fear, and I won't say our, I'll say my fear. My fear for taking the guests and moving it, say, from 5 to, say, like 10 is you need 1 core per guest. We got people out here on 2015 dual core i5 blank graphic card machines, use Ecamm and then complain that it doesn't work right because they trying to do like 4 guests on a machine that's been around since Jesus walked in Nazareth. No, man, that doesn't work. Like, you're trying to do something extremely complicated. If you come correct with a 10-core iMac or like an M1, yeah, knock yourself out. But you don't get to like want to be Oprah and then also want to rock a 8-year-old machine. Like, it just doesn't, those two things don't match. And so I gotta watch the tongue, are having a hard enough time dealing with people and trying to do the most. I literally just helped out a brother the other day who couldn't figure out why his 2017 4-core i7 would be fine when it's just him and the guest talking, but then as soon as he pressed record, the machine would basically come to a crawl. He couldn't wrap his head around why that was happening. Turns out, it's writing to a spinning hard disk inside the machine. I mean, like these, like nobody uses these anymore. But it is, that was the machine that he had. And the other thing, it turns out, brother was recording in 4K with 4 guests on a spinning drive on a machine that's 5 years old and couldn't for the life of him figure out why all of a sudden Ecamm would quit as soon as he goes to press record. So yeah, that's the difficulty in that. So in that particular case, this is why the web-oriented things like RS work really good, because you're sending the load to their servers. It's also why it costs a premium. So yeah, I mean, that's the best answer I can tell you for that. Nilesh, good to see you here. Oh, there you go, Mr. Riley. Bruh, trust me, it is the bomb. if you use it correctly, you might have another kid. I'm just saying. JD, man, I am like way, way back. Okay. Oh, thank you. Good to see you here. My experience has always been the Apple underpromise and over-deliver. Yes, 100%. When I worked at Apple, that was actually our rule. You always underpromise, over-deliver. That was exactly the things. Send me to Kenya. Hey, good to see you here, Rich. What's up? DB is in the building. Hey, DB, good to see you. Let's see. Thank you, Mr. Rob, for doing that. I appreciate you. Yeah, SetApp is the bomb. The one thing I got to warn you, though, if you're an Ecamm user, do not use Clean My Mac. And it's not because it busts Ecamm or anything like that, but it deletes your logs when you clean. So if you ever need help from support, they can't read your logs. So that's the one thing to be wary of if you do get SetApp. And Clean My Mac, it's a good app, but it's really nothing you can't do by yourself with a couple of commands. It's actually pretty easy. Downy is absolutely awesome, but yeah, I just end up copying the links from Chrome and pasting it in, Rob. Yeah. Laura, you need 1Password or LastPass. I actually hate LastPass as David because we use LastPass for some of our stuff, but 1Password is the absolute truth. It will save your bacon. All right, so what this is, I've been using this for bang on 18 years or so, whenever it first came out. You basically download this. Now they switched the subscription too. It used to be you paid like $80 for it and it's good, but now you pay subscription, but it's worth it. If you do it for the business standpoint, you actually get 5 family accounts to share with your families because it doesn't help that you're secure and everybody else is goofy. But anyway, for $3 a month, you basically get an app that runs on your phone, your iDevices, iOS, iPad OS, iMac, MacBook Pros, whatever, any Mac or Apple-oriented device, it runs on there. It also runs on Windows devices, and it runs on the Droid of Ans if you're so inclined to hate your life like that. And what happens is you need one master password. So I have one master password to get in. All the passwords once inside are pure insanity. Like, if you've ever seen the advertisement link at the top of a Facebook, when you click a link on Facebook and it goes out and it gives you a list of characters like that long to track it, yeah, it generates passwords like that. But you don't care because you don't need to know that. If you ask me right now, what's the password to my bank? I don't know. It's 32 characters of pure 256-bit encryption insanity. 256-bit encryption explained would be the equivalent of asking a 1-year-old to solve a particle collision math for the Hadron Collider. Yeah, it's like that complicated. But you don't have to know it. All you need to know is your master password to get in. On your phone, it's your finger, your face, whichever. It lets you in, and then it logs you into the sites. So I generate all my passwords as long as the site will let you. There's still some ignorant government sites that only let you put in an 8-character password in 2021. That's crazy. People are like, I don't want to go on Facebook. They got all my information, but I'm going to go pay these taxes. IRS.gov, 8-character password. Like, really? Come on, player. Anyway, so 1Password is the truth. It will save your life, and then you can start to use complicated passwords. The other thing that it's good for, it reminds you when you're using the same password on more than one site, because you're not supposed to do that, people. And all you guys that do that, you guys are the reason why all the rest of us get hacked, because they hack you, they check your phone, and you got like 5,000-6,000 people in your phone. They go try to hack every single one of them. So, yeah, that happens. Let's see what happened here. Thank you, Mr. Rob. I appreciate you for that. So good. Mr. James, thank you for your coffee. I don't know why it didn't pop up, but I see that it just came through on my phone. So thank you for that. And let's see. Oh, I thought he was talking about me. What's up, Woody? Good to see you here, boss. Yo, man, we have got to test out that splash top thing. Yes, we have got to do that soon because I think that could be a game changer for the Ecam type people. How come I can't type? There's an L. I'll get to that in a second. See, Sammy, see what I mean when you're like way late in the comments? Yeah, same. You're with me, Lee. I don't know why. I just, it's just hard for me, man. I have a different type of flow. Total different type of flow. Oh, you want that?
Coño.
There you go. You know, that is it's a thing, bruh. You just got to do it. Okay, right now for all you VEDA people, you guys will know, like Lee, Rob, Keely, JFK, JD, like these guys been commenting on every Sammy, been commenting on every video, and there's some I didn't get to yet, but come tomorrow, I will sit down. I got a fresh Albalor 12, and then I will answer all of these comments. That's just what's cracking. So I just opened up the Albalor 12. It's Space Side Highlands whiskey, slightly peaty, has a nice like caramel and apricot flavor to it. Just pour it over one block of ice, spiral it around, take a sip, answer comments, and just be there. You're going to be there. But it is important that you go in there and answer comments. What I'm sick of, and I don't want to kill links because you guys come through with good links sometime. But I am so sick of hi girls 019. And I was like, man, if I catch any one of them, I will beat them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think all the young ones be like batching, but David, you are welcome to hop your ass on here and explain it because it's killing me. Like I just can't do it. Are you? I thought Laura was trying to say I need some weed, and I'll be like, shh, Sammy's here, keep it down. Thank you, Mr. James. Thank you, Mr. James. Yeah, want to be Oprah with a computer fit for the Flintstones, 100%. You're good. You're good, man. Sorry. Don't worry about the work interruptions. You are fine. Everything Chris, man. Everything Chris. Got to end one a bunch of other things from your kid. Cool. Good to see. There you go. You know, the mindset part is probably the biggest switch, I mean, for everybody. Miss I, good to see you. You know, TBD, going back to what you said, that's the reason why we have Drop Squad, because it allows all of us to keep all of us in order of all of us. So that's what the mindset game is all about. If you guys are unfamiliar with what I'm speaking about in the Drop Squad, that is us. We do this class type thing every Saturday. We kick it for 2 hours. Last Saturday class was freaking amazing. Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. Last Saturday's class was crazy. We broke Joel. We broke myself. We broke a lot of folks. It was insanity. So yes, that's what that be about. I realized that I should do this. Oh, I was going to show Splash Top. Let me run through the comments real quick while we get the Splash Top. And then, go here. Miss I is here. Let's see. Yeah, see, LastPass and 1Password are both delicious. I just don't like LastPass. Don't ask me why. It's nothing. It's not that it's a bad app. It's a fantastic app. I have to use it now. But I'm a design app person, bro. When the app has dope design, I'm about that life. When the app is good, but it has crappy design, I just want to punch it in the face. Sorry. Honestly, yes, but I don't know. I just feel better with the 16. Like, no, okay, hold on. Pump the brakes. Back it up. Back it up.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
For you, let me go full screen because it's my man. For you, Alex, no, you're not allowed. Because I know that you will do all of it. You will do the most with that. So, no, you have to get 16 gigs, bro. That's the only reason why. Like normal folks, yeah, but I know you're going to work that sucker to death. And your iMac you have now, your old Pro iMac is a beast. I mean, sorry, Mini is a beast. So, yeah. Let me just, I'm almost made it to the bottom. I'm almost made it for the bottom. Crawling it down. If you pay for Dropbox, they offer a password manager now too. Bruh, I do not trust Dropbox with my passwords at all. They got hacked like 5 times, and after the last one, I left. I'm not giving them jack. Yeah. Yep, that's it. That's why, I mean, LastPass is good. It's just ugly. Sorry. Whoa, you hit 20,000. Hoping, yo, that's gangster, man. Dang. I'm like way short of that. Sylvia. Okay, yes, Chrissy, this is what I wanted to test out. Hello, DB. Let me show this to Chris real quick.
Hey.
Okay, Chrissy, this is Splash Top. Let me make a... Ooh, what the hang was that?
I don't know. Sound like a whoosh.
I know. That is so weird.
Well, hey, sound effects are cool, bro.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
That is weird than a mug. All right, let me turn it on this way then.
Hold on. Try it again.
No, I won't do that. Okay, I'm going to click this box right here. And then, I guess, this is what you're supposed to use preview mode for, but me not care about preview mode. You know what I'm saying? Preview mode is
Hey, look,
for...
that guy, if he had a bald head, he'd be me in that picture.
I know, right?
Put me over his face.
All right.
You rocking the bald head today? I decided to rock the bald head today.
Dude, man, I just left my hat. That's all there is to that. Okay, now it's even. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't know what the heck's going on. Lock the dang widgets, boss. Lock your widget to mine. Okay, so Chrissy was showing us yesterday in the beta screen, and I completely forgot about this app, but we used to use this app back in the day for traveling as just a dope way to get in. It's kind of like VNC, but you don't have to be nerdy about it. And in theory, according to Mr. Wood, I think this would be dope. It's just a question of, I forget how it plays with multiple mice, but I could have Chris all the way in the uke see this Ecamm window. And so Chris, in theory, would be able to come over here and then like slide these comments and they come by and like throw the star on that, throw the star on like Sylvia from the UK. And then I can just keep my hands off. I can use the Stream Deck or whatever to pop through scenes. So like I can go scene, but like I don't have to touch it because he's over here working the comments. And then when I come down to the comment where I see where it is, I can mention the person's name and then he could actually click the comment all the way from the UK and put it on the screen.
Right.
Because it's a VNC client. It allows the other person to remote. Now, some VNC clients actually allow for 2 mice, like their mouse versus your mouse, which is completely different. Some VNC clients don't. So we got to test this out because this will be a fantastic stopgap for our remote production until we get something a little bit more baked in. But trust you me, the hardest part about remote production is going to be how to let one person handle comments or not. So probably like the implementation would be the comments only type thing, and the talkback is what you would see on a web browser somewhere. But yeah, Splash Top, it's free, so you can test it out. Like if you want a more beefy version or something with a little bit more bass, there's price to it, but it's not super expensive. But yeah, it's going to be worth trying this out to see if we can do remote production type thing for our streams using that. Yes, Chris.
Remote production would be helpful as all.
I like the way the
out,
comments covered David's face. Yeah, it would be.
My face needs to be covered. My voice doesn't need to be covered, but my face needs to be covered. That's pretty
There you go. So, yeah, Mr. Raleigh is talking about those links. Yeah, it's so irritating, bro. It's so irritating. And it's, I mean, no one's dumb enough to click them. So I just got to go in and delete them. And, yeah, it's crazy. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed class because we have a blast. I don't know. David said he might show up today, but he's probably going
Well,
on
it's the
date.
first Saturday in a minute that I've actually got time to, like, jump into class. I'm kind of looking forward to it. So, yeah. It's been a busy month. Been a busy couple of months.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, Brian. I appreciate. I don't know why my thing wasn't on, but I had it turned off. I just realized that. Carlos, what's up?
Yeah, what Carlos said.
He said, Kazoku no minasan wa ikaga desu ka? Like, how's everyone doing?
Oh, sweet.
Kazoku's family. Thanks, Brian. What website?
Yeah, I think I figured out why.
Oh, yeah, I wanna hear
why
your-
batching.
Yeah,
is-
I wanna hear
is
your input
hard
on
for
batching.
some and others. All right, so I've been batch recording podcast episodes and video episodes for about 5 years, and in the beginning, it was really difficult because, and I firmly believe this after looking at Michelle from LBC Branding and Doc, and I've got to know them really well and stuff. Why I feel like it's harder for some than others. So I have a team of editors that I can pass off the batching to. When I go in and record 10 episodes of something, as a solopreneur in the beginning when I was doing it, and I didn't have people that were helping me and I didn't have support, and I was doing all of the editing, all 100% of everything, it was overwhelming to batch record and have to edit all of these videos and stuff. So I think batching comes in really, really awesome when you have support, when you have a team around you that you can offload some of that stuff. Because if you think about it, Doc, you're very similar to me in that you can get in the flow of things, and I promise you, it's not like starting and stopping. It's almost like from the beginning to the end of 10 episodes, you're in the flow. It's not like a starting when you don't have to do the editing and do all that stuff, and you're going to offload it to somebody. Now, video creation, what I've learned is very difficult. You have to find a person that knows your voice, knows your style, because you want to do certain things a certain way and stuff. And I just, after watching people struggle with this and stuff, and I looked at myself and I'm like, well, why is it so easy now for me? Because I'd rather spend half a day, knock out 2 weeks worth of content, and not have to worry about it for 2 weeks, as opposed to I can't imagine going back to creating every single day, because it's just so much more efficient to just knock them out, batch record them, and go. But I think a lot of it has to do with support. I think you guys.
So then
I
you're
know
saying
you-
that Keely and Mrs. D are just freaks of nature.
They're
'Cause
beasts. They're freaks
because
of
they don't have a
freaking
team.
nature.
They just do
No,
it.
they
Same with Michelle.
are-
Michelle
they
don't
are
have a
freaks
team
of
either.
nature.
She just
Yeah,
does it.
she
She'll
is,
make like
but-
5 videos and edit it.
Yeah. Well, Michelle, I think, does daily and stuff. I don't think she batches. She said that she has struggles with it. But Keely and Diana, I'm going to tell you right now, after being around those two, they are beasts. They are the
it's a true story, bro.
exception to the rule, I think. So
Yeah.
that's my thought and my opinion. I could be
You had
totally
me.
wrong,
I was
but-
listening, and then you said overwhelming, and I clicked off because I hate that fucking word.
Was that in your words yesterday that I missed?
Yeah,
or
that's
something?
on my list. Overwhelming. I didn't make that video yet, but I will. That's on my list. I hate that freaking word because it's so easy to utter, and you just gave yourself a hall pass on some bullshit.
Well,
I'm gonna get my I'm gonna get my tag. I'm gonna get my my video messed
Get
up
it.
because no. So it's
Hold
not
on, let me-
okay.
Let me. What's a better word? Give me a better word.
No, I'm just trying
No,
to
in that context where I was using it. Come on, I got a plan. here. I
less
wanna try
less
something.
manageable is better
Hold on.
because you're putting
Okay, here we go. Is less manageable to do whenever you're trying to batch all this stuff at one time.
David, I say this to you every day. You simple. You simple. Okay, so here's the reason why I don't like the overwhelming word. It's so easy to utter, and you just gave yourself the pass. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this is going to sound super messed up, but stick with me because I think you'll understand. Oh, so you was at the club last night? Yeah. Why was you talking to and getting all touchy-feely with your ex? Oh, I was just drunk. Nothing happened for real. That's what overwhelming is like. It's like using drunk as an excuse for accidentally putting the sausage in the wrong grill.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? You're a grown-ass person. You had every opportunity not to take another sip of that good Tennessee sipping whiskey. You could have maintained your composure. You could have maintained something. So that I was drunk excuse, male or female, either way, sorry, I was feeling all up on that person or my ex because I was drunk, but, nothing happened, no biggie. Overwhelming is the same type of excuse. Stressed, also the same type of excuse. Now, there are clinical stresses, and they are a thing. And you can tell, you check your blood pressure, check your heart rate, things like that. There are actual physical stresses. But what people say when they say I'm stressed is I'm tired, I'm lazy, I don't feel like doing that, my priorities are out of place, blah, blah, blah. 9 times out of 10, when people use the word stressed, they're talking about they made an executive decision to say that to something they didn't feel like doing, and then they just come back and say, oh, man, I was just too stressed. I couldn't get at it. And nah, man, nah. That's like, and so that's why I hate the word stress, because most people misappropriate it. And I hate the word like overwhelming, because again, people use it as an excuse not to perform. Like if you were, okay, here's why I hate it. Let me back this up. All right.
Come on, hit it. Hold
I
on.
got to
Let me get my sound pads right. Hang on here a second. Let me see.
I'm going into Pastor Keith mode right now.
All right.
Let me
go ahead.
let me back up why I hate this. Making a bunch of videos in a row because you need to grow your channel is not overwhelming. March 11th, 2017, 600 billion gallons of water takes out the entire east coast of Japan. That's mother overwhelming. The volcano erupting in the Big Island last year, burning up a couple thousand houses, overwhelming. Katrina, overwhelming.
Yeah, the fires here last
that's
year
over.
that
Houston
wiped out
floods
cities.
last year, overwhelming. The pan-freaking-demic taking out 500,000 Americans, overwhelming. You making a couple of videos and getting off your lazy ass, don't you ever say overwhelming to me. Hell nah. Nah, that's you, player. That's you. That's what it is. That's why I don't like that word, because it gets misappropriated.
Good points. Good points. You're right. You are 100% right. It gets overused. I agree. When you put it in that context, 100.
No, it's you're correct. It is definitely daunting, maybe unmanageable, maybe like.
I like that word, daunting. Yeah,
I use daunting all the time. Daunting means you're afraid. Like it's a little bit scary and a little bit nervous, and okay, like you're kind of sort of allowed to be scared. I'm not gonna let it slide too long, but you're kind of allowed to be scared because fear of the unknown is a built-in human gene, bro. It's part of what we do, right? But like just coming up with just some saucy excuse why you couldn't. I'd rather somebody just say, nah, man, I was lazy. I ain't did. That's cool.
Yeah.
You telling yourself, you telling the truth, you being honest to the game, you being honest to yourself. That's legit. There was definitely times where I was like, man, I ain't about this. I'm going upstairs. But I said, nope, I done told these people I'm finna do this, because Gigi show up at my house, I'll be scared then. That's overwhelming. Gigi coming to kick your ass, that's overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? But I know she do make some dope sandwiches though. So that's a different story. She probably gonna have a sandwich at class today. She always have a sandwich. And I'd be like, man, I be wanting the sandwich right when she busts it out.
I'm still laughing at Carlos's comment. Sausage in the wrong grill.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to come up with a good way to say that, Carlos. And then Laura said, no cooking for you. No cooking for you. Yeah. It's just.
Integrity. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
Thanks, Carlos.
We definitely communicate different today than we have probably and And I like it. I like that people are more aware, mindful, that the excuses that you tell yourself is just bullshit, a lot of them. They're your own, things that you're setting yourself up to fail by the communication, because this thing right here is the most powerful thing in the universe, and it's doing everything to help you succeed 100%. It's always trying to help
It's
you
actually
succeed.
designed
So-
to help you succeed.
Yeah.
That's the funny part,
Yeah.
bruh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you,
So
man, you
whenever-
talk about a fact. You just dropped a fact for sure. This is
And
designed
what we
to
put
help
in here
you
matters.
succeed.
It matters. So
Okay.
I like it. Doc helps keep me straight, taking those words out of my vocabulary and stuff. Still, these are things that have been ingrained and trained in me since kid. And
I have
and I'm
a
a lot
book
better
for y'all.
today. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hit 'em
I
with
have a. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I have a book for y'all.
Which one?
This book changed my life because there's a bunch of different books that talk about it. Two of the best ones that talk about it is this book right here and another book by what's that bald head dude name? Seth Godin.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Seth-
But this one is by Stephen Pressfield. This is called The War of Art. And this get confusing because even when you go to the library to ask them about this book, they're going to be like, The Art of War. And you're like, nah, fam, it's The War of Art. First of all, you can read this in the afternoon. Like, it is a tiny little book. It's a tiny little book, right? But The War of Art, Stephen gets down into some really, really nerdy stuff where he's talking about our monkey mind, right? Seth Godin calls it lizard brain, but it's basically your what's the word is not amygdala. No, I forget what it is. You have oh man, I can't believe I forget what the heck it is. That hurts my feelings. You have a tiny little portion of your brain that is designed to protect you. So it has a couple of different things that it works on. The fear comes from back in the days when we used to get chased by, animals that could mess us up, right?
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
sorry.
Real fear. Like legit stuff you should be concerned about, like getting eaten, not existing anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So
100%.
anyway, the
I
limbic
like-
system, the limbic system is what I was looking for. But in your limbic system, like it literally controls fear, it controls sex drive, and it controls appetite, and that's about it. But when you react off of that reptilian part of your brain, it controls everything when you think about it. How many people out there, I'm talking to my dudes because I can speak from your experiences. Females, you've been there too. How many of us had done some dumb stuff for a person that we thought we was in love with, but it was really just a sexual partner, right?
Yeah,
On the real, like everybody with the exception of Sammy maybe has done some ignorant under the idea of like, I'm in love and that person want me to do this and do that. And you probably did something like absolutely ignorant. That was your monkey mind / lizard brain controlling that. And then, people like to just pawn it off on, oh, that was your junk. No, it wasn't your junk. Your junk ain't had nothing to do with it. It was your brain, right? So that messes you up, right? Or the fear aspect, that's when you come in and you start second guessing yourself and telling yourself that you can't do this or you can't do that, or I'm overwhelmed. That's your little lizard thing coming in the back of your head going, don't listen to it. Like, just tell it to shut up and keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's actually like freaking you out. And then same thing about like, stress eating or overeating or whatever. That comes from, I've already freaked myself out about something else. And so I feel like that something else is going to attack me, right? So how do I fix it? I need to eat so that I can have the proteins, the energies, and the sugar to run away from the cheetah or the lion or the
You
bar
ain't getting away from the cheetah.
that's attacking me. No, it's not a real cheetah. It's a proverbial
I
cheetah.
know,
Okay,
I know.
so say that cheetah is a client meeting you got cloned up, right? So you got a client meeting coming up and you're not prepared for it. So you start having all the fears, and fear is fear. Like everyone thinks there's different types of fear. Nope, there's a single fear. It fires the same amount of chemicals in your body that puts you in that state. So when you start getting afraid of running from somebody trying to stab you, is the same fear you get of meeting your mate's parents, is the same fear you get from losing your job. You about to lose your job. Say what? So how do you fix it? Back when we were cave people, we would make sure that we ate enough in order to be able to outrun a woolly mammoth, right? So we ate plenty. So now what do we do as human beings when we get stressed? Let me go grab a donut. Let me go do a line of Coke. Let me go drink a half a bottle of whiskey. You start doing the same stuff that we would have done back in the day to get ready to run away from this thing. And so as you want to say that, a couple million years removed, we don't still do ignorance, but we do. So out of fear, a lot of us, when you talk to people, when you get down to the science of why do folks overeat or whatever, that stress eating comes from making yourself ready to run from something that you're technically afraid of. So it's not just the donut. What made you want to eat that donut besides the fact that it tastes good? And that release of the endorphins and stuff you get from eating that, or bad relationships where you put grills and sausages that don't go together. That's the same thing. That rush that you get is the same rush that we got from evading whatever it was that's chasing us. It's the same level of endorphin. So our brains are hardwired to our old caveman stuff. And as soon as you identify that, then you learn how to get more control over it. And then you start talking yourself out of the crazy stuff. And why, yes, Carlos, sorry.
Did I tell you that I have more caveman DNA in me than most of the database of 23andMe, I found out. I mean, true story, it's kind of crazy. But here's one of the books that helped me the most, Doc. I love the books that you mentioned and stuff. Gary John Bishop.
I think,
his
I
book,
got both of them. Essentialism
let me say it again. Yourself. Yeah. Yes, that's the four-letter
yourself.
F word. Is he talks about how what you put in your mind is really important. Much more people now, maybe it's because of the internet, we have video, people can share their knowledge, but more and more people are talking about, positive mindset, what you put in, what you feed this amazing thing in your head matters. And he talks about that a lot and stuff, and that was the first one. What in-ears are you using, David? I'm using the Mi Pro 6.
Yep.
Mi Pro 6, I think that's the name of it. So
yeah.
M6, Pro M6 or some crap like that. And I want to say this. Since he asked me this, Doc, I want to say this. They're great in-ear monitors. I love them. But if you ever need customer support from them, you're going to be waiting, and it's probably never going to happen because they sent me an empty package. I ordered some from them, and I got an empty package. I called, I emailed, and they never responded. And, I ended up getting another pair, buying a second pair. They're inexpensive, but, I know it was a mistake on their part. But
that's what I was trying to say, Chris. I think I might have said it, but yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yes, Carlos. Yeah, I like the monkey and lizard version better because it just, I don't know, it sounds more. What's the word I'm looking for? It sounds more messed up, so you want to get rid of it. Like, it's okay. I go to my childhood all the time when I start watching anime. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a couple of books actually. He's got
the brain one.
That one. Yeah, let me look and see because
I got him right here. He has a bunch of good ones. Actually, and I like this one. This was sort of newish. What's good right now about Gary John Bishop is he's easy to listen to. Do the Work is a good one too.
Yes, stop doing that.
Yeah, he's easy to listen to because. Yeah. He's easy to listen to because of his accent, his Scottish accent.
Yeah. He's funny. He's funny as all get out, man. I laughed listening to his book and stuff. A friend of mine turned me on to it a few years ago when he was kind of going through some stuff, and it was great. I enjoyed it. Really helped me. I've learned a lot about the brain in the last 5 years. Neurons and neural pathways.
Oh yeah, dude. That's seriously. That's what I've been
neuroplasticity.
studying because, oh, you nice, Carlos. You might need to call up some of the people in our class and like Rob and Rich.
Me.
Victor said, "I eat too many donuts. I can't even run no more." That is super funny. Okay, yes, dopamine. That's what it was. That's where we get the term dope from. Their prefrontal cortex is not developed when you're a teen, so it causes you to do some crazy stuff, right? And it's kind of messed up because I think that some of our prefrontal cortex gets sent backwards now because, like David's saying, people are really watching stuff on social media, watching them. And I can't stand when people blame social media for anything. That pisses me off too. But I would just say watching it and not having you right will give you the feels of I'm not doing enough or I'm not good enough. Well, then don't follow those people who got way more shit than you. Damn it. I missed the button again. Don't watch that. Like if seeing, so and so rolling down the street with a Bentley, bothers you or makes you feel some type of way, then don't watch people with Bentleys. Man, you're going to give me a copyright strike. What the heck are you doing?
No, that's a sound effect. I got off of the thing. I thought I could use it.
From Envato?
I don't remember which one it was.
If it's Epidemic, it's good,
sound,
but it has to be one that I am licensed to. Epidemic is fine. Anyway, so that's a quick one. We got a book club feed in the group. So if you running a book that's pretty good, throw it in there. You know what I'm saying? And Carlos going to have to come on the show and help, let's therapize like everybody in the group.
Right. Absolutely. I don't know. He might not want. He's already therapizing everybody. He may want to come in and have some fun and video content creation and stuff.
Hey, Elaine, that's been a thing right now is fighting with my parents. I got one on each side one is full on Alzheimer's. The other one is late stage dementia, and it's work, bro. It's a lot of work. No, okay, so this is good. We gotta enjoy life, and we get super duper wise just like before. We have to take care of the vessel. Where'd you go? With the same energy we want to sustain our mind. Well, yeah, it's kind of a combination of both. And it goes into that situation about the work-life balance, but the end of my generation and the whole millennial generation, I don't know how it did. The Y's got skipped, but Gen X, we were hustle culture all day. But what we did different from millennials is we partied like freaking rock stars. Like we had hustle culture for sure, but we partied like rock stars. Like it's crazy. We invented the freaking work-life balance. We had it down to a science. Both sides completely unbalanced, but hey, we did it. We would go out, party till 6 in the freaking morning, go home, take a shower, use some form of enhancement, and then go to work from 9 to 5 and get done. Like we had the best economy of the last however many generations because we straight freaking murdered it. We just did. Okay? And then
you just took me back.
Knowing how much dumb stuff we did, I say we, I have no kids. I blame all of y'all with the seed demons, but not me. Our generation, knowing the stuff that we did in order to maintain this level of rapid growth, we started wanting to protect the children's. So we started wanting to make sure that everyone could play ball, make sure that they weren't allowed to enjoy some of the same psilocybin substances that we might have enjoyed. We wanted to make sure that, they got better treatment than we got or whatever. So we invented whether we like it or not, we invented a slightly softer set of folks. Those folks turned around and gave birth to millennials. And everything was fine until the millennials decided, you know what? Parents are a little off compared to the world. And the world was getting more messed up because information got speedy. So what happened to millennials? They had the ability to look back and see what the 80s were. And they fell in love with it because they liked that better than what they were seeing from their parents. So they started copying what we were doing. And they reinvented.
Readers.
No, let's back this up. Hipsters. Hipsters are us in the 2000s, right? So the millennials took what we did as Gen X, F the world. I must be highly educated. I must be highly motivated. I must be workaholic. I must make that paper. I also must do all of the chemicals that make my brain do different things. So the combination of the internet allowed them to fall in love with the 80s. Hipsters are forever throwing 80s parties. They wear the clothes that we wear. They did all of that. Yeah. And then they added Adderall and Ambien and the rest of the substances we had, right? And ecstasy and all of that. So millennials basically took
Eric.
the best. They took the best of what we did and made it their own. And they just went too far. They kind of got out of control because they're being fed all of this information that says you're not enough. The only thing that we had to say we weren't enough were our parents and the news.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They got just inundated every day with all of this stuff that says we're not enough. And that is a completely high level, problem analysis, but it's kind of factual. There's more stuff to that, but yeah, I'm just saying.
Eric says he's glad he was raised in a generation where there was no evidence, no cameras, social media.
Oh, bro, you have no idea. You have no idea. None whatsoever. If you go back and realize what's all of the crazy, if you guys had evidence of what okay, sorry, Michelle. Michelle says stop telling secrets. All right, I'm done. Look it up. You might find a couple that will leak it out. You know what I'm saying? You might have a couple that leak it out.
I can visualize her saying, bruh, what you doing? Zip it.
Eric, bro. You absolutely know. It's funny, man. When I go and I seen, I was still DJing at the time, and the hipsters was all doing stuff, and they would come in and they would tell me stuff that, you wouldn't know about this because blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, we invented that. What the are you talking about? We invented that. Let me dig it deeper for you. Let me show you what you don't think you know that I know. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but hey, it's happening.
Yeah, I like that. There's a meme out there with a big wheel. I don't know if you remember the big wheel style.
Bro,
where you where there's a ramp and this kid is launching himself, no helmets, no knee pads, and it just says, "Hey, we survived." That was us. We didn't have any of this.
I was the king of big wheels. You know what we used to do? Ride the big wheel down the street. There's a 4-way intersection. We ride it down the street, get to the bottom, lock it so that it does that spiral and spiral right out into the middle of the intersection, pick it up and run back before the light changed. Right. Cars at the light. What the fuck are y'all doing? Boom. And then sometimes you would do the double slide and get if you got enough momentum, you can get it all the way across the intersection to the other side and just hope the light don't change. That's the kind of ignorant stuff that we did. Or try to jump a BMX across a creek, 16 feet wide creek, and just jump the BMX across it. No thought process whatsoever.
Let's go.
Hashtag the no evidence generation, bro. Oh, man. But that's also why a whole bunch of folks is out here trying to get folks in trouble because they're like, I remember what you did back in the 80s. And it's like, shut up. You don't know nothing. Anyway, gang, we're going to get ready for class. I just wanted to wrap up VEDA real quick. It seems like everybody had a good time. I will post my video that went to the wrong channel yesterday. I'll post it today. We got a lot of things popping. I'll see you guys in class. Class going to be good. Tuesday's going to be a weird day. I'm actually at AdWorld Conference. So I'm supposed to have RK3 on Tuesday. I just got to check with the schedule because Katie and I and Caleb, we're at this AdWorld Conference. So I got to make sure that I didn't forget about the conference and book RK3 on a bad day. But if it fits into my conference schedule, then RK3 and I will be here. It will probably be a fast one, like a exactly 1 hour type joint because I'm at the conference. And then Wednesday is going to be a riot because I get my second shot on Tuesday night. And then Wednesday morning, I'll probably be in bed dying. I hope not, though. I am preparing now by just murdering water until there's no tomorrow. I am just drinking so much water that is just, coming out of my ears. So awesome. I'm going to drink water till there's no more water left to be drank. And then hopefully it doesn't get me too hard. But I'll be glad to get this next shot done. And then I can get on a plane and go somewhere.
You can come visit me. Come on.
Yeah.
Come
I don't know if I want to be on the plane. I really don't want to be on the plane.
It's okay. I've done it a few times. It's good.
See, but you're a calm, like, kind of Zen type dude. If I'm on a plane and the person next to me is like being one of these mask junkies or whatever, I will be like, hey, put the mask on or I will cover your face my damn self and you're not going to appreciate the way I do it. So, like, I have definitely told people about their kids.
Flown on, they don't have an option. If they don't have their mask on, they get taken off the plane.
Okay,
so you're good.
Because I don't want to have to beat nobody butt at 30,000 feet. I'm just saying.
Peace.
Yes, thank you, Obs. I'll see you guys in class. Thank you, Mr. DB, for coming and kicking with us. For people that don't know, I don't know why they wouldn't know, but just in case they didn't know, how can people get a hold of you? And by the way, what streams are you dropping this week?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Well, you can find me over at youtube.com/heydb. I didn't technically participate in VEDA, but I did drop about 15 videos this month.
Bro, that's good. That was a half of VEDA, fam.
That's the most I've ever done. 2 live streams a week, mostly WordPress, digital marketing type kind of stuff over on the YouTube channel. And, you can find me on most socials and YouTube at KDB.
Hey, you going to come to class?
Blackman. What's that?
You going to come to class?
Yeah, I'm going to come to class, of course.
Dude, you know why? Because I'll build my thing in class. I haven't done it yet. I just paid for it, but I didn't turn it on.
Don't ask me technical questions now. Don't throw me under the
No, it
bus
won't be technical. We'll just set it up. Because I'm sure you guys have a nice setup widget and all of that, right?
Oh, yeah, it's easy. It's
all right, cool.
Pretty intuitive.
Do I need to license my Divi thing ahead of time?
I don't know. I'll get you a key if you don't have it.
I've somewhere.
Oh, wait. We said that on the internet. Damn it.
No, I have it
no,
somewhere.
I'm kidding. Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, Lee said the DB live streams were dope. I know that Keely was there, and Josh and Keely are now friends, so you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Josh and Keely was like,
Keely's there.
Was having a good time in the stream yesterday, bro.
Eric comes too pretty regular and stuff too, and I think I'm kind of finding my groove. I want to say this, thanks. I'm going to jump in the Let's Get Live group. If you're not in there, get in there because I want to share some things that I've learned this month with creating content. This past week, finding my groove, my niche, I went from like 200 subscribers to 300 and all within like a 72-hour window. My watch time has skyrocketed. Finding your audience, what they want to listen to and stuff is huge. And I've been kind of discovering that thanks to Doc and Diana and everybody in the Let's Get Live community. And I want to share kind of what I learned and my takeaways and stuff. So I'm thinking about going live in a group and stuff.
Okay, Carlos, you just invited yourself to the show. You're going to come on and we're going to have this conversation because I will absolutely freaking love that. So you come on, Carlos. I'm going to send you a link, and you come through, and then we can be like, can you dig it? Yo, that would be so fire. Because, yes, I believe there is. I honestly believe there is a whole psychology behind it. And in a video that's coming up soon on the Let's Get Live channel, I talk about some of the things that you need to do in order to have a presence with your people. Right now, the only person that can see those videos is David and Diana, because I haven't thumbnailed it or descriptioned it yet. But yeah, I definitely believe there is something like that. And so, yes, Carlos, I would love to have you on to talk about it with folks. That would be like,
yeah, I just want to see what this button does. Let me see. There you go. Oh, come on, Carlos. Let's do it.
Bro, that is super funny. Anyway, let me play some music. We over here clowning, having way too much fun today. The last time
in class, Doc Rock, what is it? buymeacoffee.com/Doc Rock.
Thank you for reminding me to do that. This is how you get into class. Miss Eileen did put the link up here. Bam, bam, bam.
She did.
Yo, Miss Eileen is the truth. She straight got it. Let me scratch it out over here. Scratch. Yeah. And then, yes, you guys come to class if you won't. We have a fantastic time in class. Last week was incredible. We had it, almost didn't want it to stop.
Everybody was talking about it, and I was disappointed I missed it. Dang it.
Oh, my goodness. Last week was freaking incredible. Incredible. Okay, the last time I tried to end this, my video didn't load. Let's hope I fixed it. If not, then who cares? I'm not that messed up. Gang, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you ever get to see this on the replay and you have a question, drop it down in the bottom. Don't forget to check out my man, Mr. DB over there. I see it wrong way. He's Hey DB.
You're like me. You got both sides covered if you do both.
He's like Hey
hands.
DB on the Hey Digital Buddha on the YouTubes, and Hey DB on Roundabout, everything else. And then, definitely about your digital real estate game. Man, fam is dropping facts. They built a shop the other day in the course of a live stream. And so get your e-commerce up. Get your weight up. That's what Miss D say. Get your weight up. So anyway, let me press this button right here.
City of mine.
I love this new song, boo. You know me, like I comb Epidemic for the dopest songs I can find. I'm gonna let this ride for a second.
Never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine.
Look, our show is black and white today.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people. This is a city I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every brick. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keep